What is going on, YouTube? Flashback here. Here we have Forza Motorsport 6 Apex on the PC once again, showing that I am indeed, once I click over that on the game, showing that I am indeed using the Steam controller. See, I'm using pad there to move around. Actually, I don't think the scroll does anything. So I'm just going to show here how to set it up properly so that you can indeed use the Steam controller for the game. Now bear in mind that it still doesn't allow proper, I guess I'd call it, true use of the Steam controller per se. Like, it basically treats it as a keyboard. So say like your triggers don't activate until you go all the way down past the final click. Really all it does is just gives you a little more feeling of control and maybe a little bit more theoretical control. So the webcam may actually move around a little bit here. So we're going to get into how to set it up. So you'll go to options as usual, go to your input options. This is very, very easy. You're not going to use controller, you're not going to use keyboard. I mean, theoretically you can use keyboard. Actually, I use keyboard if I remember right. You go into keyboard, there's an option for new keyboard, or actually I used custom. I just named mine Steam controller. From there, all you do is you come across here. So for gas, I use trigger. Brake, I use the left trigger. It is very important not to use, I guess I call it L1 and L2. I don't actually know what they're called on the Steam controller, but the top two on the back. The left one, not really a big deal. Actually, if I check here, it should let me use it for something. I'll use it for toggle telemetry. Yeah, it lets that work. I'm using that for clutch, okay. So it's using it as really... That's why. So you could actually use it for that, but watch what happens. If you use this, it'll actually maximize the program, which isn't something you actually want. So I'll just do that real quick. See, it's actually treated as Alt, which is not, like I said, not something you actually want. So just bind it as you go. For my handbrake, I'm using A, which is apparently return on my system. Shift up, I am using B. Yep. Shift down is X then. Clutch is that left control. Rewind is... I want to say it's a click, one of the clicks. For my look around, I'm still using the keyboard, regular keyboard there. And yeah, it's very easy to get set up. My switch camera is Y. So we'll go ahead and get into... no, don't save the changes. I'm gonna go ahead and get into a race here, and you'll see what I mean when I say that it's very easy. Remember, start is actually back on this. Alright, so I need to go to a free play here. We'll go ahead and run the Corvette. I'm not gonna run Rio though. Rio's a little small for my taste, although it is fairly reactive. That's not a bad idea. Yasmin is not a bad idea. I'll run Sebring. I want to run full. Let's run the club circuit. Run 5 laps. Actually, I'll probably go down to 3 laps. Oh, cool. You can actually use the scroll wheel here to increase and decrease laps. We'll go up to 6 other drivers. We'll put them on, I don't know, inexperienced. Let's put them on average. Limit driver aggression off. Driver tire designs on. Sure, that's fine. Collision mode always on. Laps 3, we'll go with that. We'll go ahead and hit enter or accept, which for me is A because it's set up as return on my controller. I believe in Steam you can actually change what each button does in terms of Windows. That's just a thing. According to Windows, this is a keyboard input, which is not a bad idea by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll get into the race here, shall we? I should probably pause the recording. Here we are, about to go ahead and start the race. Not going to change anything here. Everything should be set to where it needs to be. Alright, so there we go. Taking off at the start there. Oh shit! I'm gonna go and stay in this this camera view for the moment, I think. Hopefully I'm not too close to the microphone. If I am, I do apologize ahead of time. Should probably shift. It's always a good idea to go ahead and shift. Oh gosh. Had a little bit of lag there. I'm not blaming it for what happened because that lag actually didn't have anything to do with me wrecking there. That was all driver error. The inability of me being able to properly throttle manage. So see, it is very easy to lose control still. And over throttle is what I'd call it. Because like I said, it is working just like a keyboard. Everything is instantaneous. There's no casual turning, no throttle management really available. But it does make it a little bit easier to control the throttle management and everything. Which is nice. As you can see, I'm not going to be able to beat these guys at all. That's way too hard. But I was able to save it, and that's not too bad at all. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So I know my videos of this game do look pretty choppy. That's actually not my gameplay. My gameplay is very smooth. It's actually just a recording that's choppy, and it's something I'm actually working on improving. I do have a capture card on the way. Just ordered it today, and that's going to help out a lot for all my games, really. Like Wreckfest tends to get a little bit choppy. Dirt Track Racing 2 can from time to time. Those higher bandwidth videos that do have a lot going on screen. The problem with this game is not only does it have a lot going on screen, but it also takes quite a few resources to run in the first place. Now I did overclock my processor before I started this. Actually earlier today I overclocked it. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. I didn't overclock it huge, but I mean every little bit helps, right? Yeah, there's no way I'm coming back here. I'm not driving sane enough. Apparently I need ABS on. I mean, I guess it makes sense when you're using a keyboard-like controller or something that, again, has no true management, paddle management, I'll call it. Come on, let's just go. Perfect. Exactly what I meant to do. That is not the way I meant to turn. Whatever, I'll make it work out anyway, right? Yeah, see, they're already finished, pretty much. I by no means pretend to be a good driver at this game. I'm really only here for entertainment purposes. Perfect. That's a lot better than I was expecting it to be, actually. See? That's the problem with the keyboard, is that it's... and the Steam controller, is that you can't really properly adjust, so you end up overcompensating. Yeah, see, just like that. And I finished in 7th, just like a pro. But the point of this video was not to be good at the racing, was not to be good at the game, but simply to show off the Steam controller. And that's what we did. The fact that you can play this game with a Steam controller. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy and would like to see more. We will see you next time. Until then, as always, take it easy. Bye.